are back with the Afterwatch. It's My Hero Academia Season 4.
Season 4!
Oh, amazing season.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah.
This is episode 64, The Scoop on UA Class 1A. I'm Tim.
Yeah, as always, Evan.
And I'm back, Joelle.
That's right, we're all here.
I'm back, Joelle. I like it.
Okay, is that the new thing?
I like it.
Sure.
As always, Evan, and I'm back, Joelle.
We can do that for a little bit.
Okay, well, whatever. We gotta mix it up a little bit.
Right.
I never have a thing. Anyway, well, guys, thanks for tuning in.
Make sure you send us some reviews. Click on the old
Some
Apple
questions.
Podcasts, some questions.
Yeah.
Send them to,
Fictional
fictional questions at gmail.com.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah, we got that YouTube thing that we're trying
the
out.
YouTube.
It's just us talking with a picture.
Oh. Well, a picture's worth 1,000 words, right?
Well, we're
go with that.
supplying the 1,000 words.
All right. So with this first episode, we get a nice little kind of recap and kind of like a overview of our Class 1A of UA. So it starts out with at JUCO News, a bunch of reporters talking about All Might and how he's retired because that crazy fight happened last season. And
Yeah.
everybody's trying to vie for some new news scoops. But it's like they can't find any information about the final battle because the police haven't released any of that information. So they get a freelance journalist walking around, came right in.
Super stud.
Yeah, what,
With the
Takuda?
Jukuda with the sparkly eyes, whatever.
With the wink
Right?
stars or
The
whatever.
wink
it's called.
stars.
The wink
right?
eye.
Does that work?
I don't know. Apparently so. Because
Yeah, people really like it. They, oh, yeah, that's nice.
Oh, hey, what you got going there?
I don't know if you guys noticed it, but his eyes are different. Like, they look different.
Yeah.
the
I did
shape
notice
of
that.
his drawing of him is very different.
Yeah.
Well, his eyes, because it's the lenses.
Right? There's like two different lenses, right?
True,
Yeah, he's got
right.
That's what I
f-stops in
thought.
there and everything.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why
the
he's
camera.
got. That's why he's got the eye. Then he's got the perfect.
Yeah,
eye for
he's
the
like
perfect
kind of
picture.
like when he winks.
Ka-chow.
That means he's taking
When he
pictures,
winks,
right?
he's zooming in, is what he's doing.
Oh,
Oh,
zooming in on
that's
what?
dirty.
I don't know. I don't know. I think this is one of those powers you just don't want to look too far into.
That's true. Yeah. Maybe we just won't get too far in there. Well, so they're complaining they don't have any news scoops or anything to talk about. So he's like, "Well, I can maybe get you something," because as these were playing kind of the video that the news was projecting during the final battle, after All Might defeats All for One, and basically says, he points at the camera and says, "And you're next."
Yeah.
But what does that
He says,
mean?
it's your turn next.
Yeah.
Or it's your turn now. Or something
Now
like
it's
that.
your turn, I think.
Now it's
Basically,
your turn.
now
There
it's your
it is.
turn,
That's what it is.
right?
Now it's your
it's
turn.
your turn. But
Right.
then he brings up like, but what does he mean? Like, what is he doing with that? So they were talking about, well, he's done a lot of his background research on All Might and seen that he's been spending a lot of time with Class 1A because
he's
after
a teacher there.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
but yeah, Class
And he's
1A. Yeah.
Yeah, and he became a new teacher, so
Mm-hmm.
he's like, maybe I can get you a new scoop on maybe who the next person is, because even though he's retired, he's got to have thought about a successor.
Right.
So he's like, if you get me in there, I can get you some juicy stuff. So the newspaper basically gets him in there, and Aizawa is talking to the class in the dorm room and saying that they want to do a feature on them, and Principal Nezu thought it was a good idea to get some publicity and show their parents that they're doing well, that sort of thing. And of course, Mineta is like, ooh, maybe I could show this lady my sticky balls. And I was like, wow.
Always
Of course,
Mineta,
Mineta.
always.
Most news girls are really, really hot. Oh, if she wants
Yeah.
my sticky balls, I'll give her
Yeah.
an exclusive.
Yeah, but yet who walks in the door but a male journalist?
Well, the best is Eraserhead wrapping him up, and he's like, "You little crap."
I know.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah,
you
that's
better
true.
behave yourself. So, and walks in
Tokuda?
Tokuda? Anyway, Mr. Journalist.
Yeah.
Mr. Journalist. Okay. And he's just telling the class, do your just normal work as usual. Don't try to do anything out of ordinary. I'm just trying to just see what you guys do on a daily basis. So, what would you be doing? And they're like, oh yeah, we're supposed to be eating right now. And then from there, kind of take some bunch of pictures of all of them eating and what they're doing on a daily basis. And then we go through the rundown of all of the class, the seats in the class.
That
So,
is
of course,
true. Did you like
we
how Ida was getting super formal?
Oh yes.
Oh, right.
He
But
was
that's
getting
to-
into it. He was
But that's
loving
total
the attention.
Ida. That is
That is-
total
yeah.
Ida, though.
Although, also, Uraraka got really close to Deku again. We haven't seen
Right.
that in a bit.
Oh, so close. She's so close.
Yeah, he almost like fainted there. So,
Right,
Yeah.
nosebleed.
so he goes through each of them because he's kind of like deducing, kind of like who is the successor, who could be the successor. So he goes.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
that's true. I mean,
Well,
he narrowed it down to, like, the top 6.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the top 6 from the sports festival who are
Right.
the most popular. And so first, of course, he talks about Bakugo, but then he's like, yeah, even though he was number 1, but he kept talking about during middle school how he wanted to surpass All Might, so he didn't think he would be a successor.
Right, like this guy's a really good journalist because
he's
he
very
knows
invested.
stuff
Call it
that,
investigative
like,
journalism.
big time, dude. Like to know that he used to say that in middle school, like that's some like serious.
He was
digging.
doing some. Yeah, he was digging into the cobwebs back there.
big time. Yeah.
Yeah,
then
this is really good journalisming.
Then journalisming, yes.
Yes.
Then he
yes,
then he
that's
goes talks to Todoroki talks about Todoroki and says, well, Endeavor's number 2, and there was no way he would let his son surpass him. Probably doesn't know all the.
Is that real?
crazy-
I thought the
I
point
think it's
of,
more of just like he probably hates All Might more, but maybe the
Yeah.
press doesn't exactly know all the details about that either. But
I
I
think
mean,
it's
but
that- I
wasn't the
think he
point
just
of
doesn't know-
Todoroki to be the best?
it
Yeah,
was, but he probably
that's
doesn't
the
really know
thing.
that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think he just doesn't know the backstory. He doesn't realize that Endeavor's whole deal was to make him the number 1 hero.
Right.
Well, maybe that's
right.
probably not publicized also.
Exactly.
Right.
Oh no,
Yeah.
because you have to have that
That's
face.
one of those skeletons.
You got to have the face when you're in front of the camera. You can't do
Yeah.
the extra skeletons in your closet.
Yeah, it also doesn't help that All Might's outside giving Deku some meat buns.
Well, right, yes. So when we
Yeah.
get to that, yes.
Oh, yeah.
So, and he's like, well, my gut instincts tell me that this guy might be this. I mean, based on, the type of power he has, because he kind of went through all the different types of power they have as well.
Right,
And like
right.
Midoriya has a way to increase his physical power, which is similar to All Might's.
Correct.
So we do see All Might, going through like one of those combi, those little like convenience stores, and then one of the guys like giving him everything, like here's a bunch of freebies, like it's some meat buns, and here's a clear umbrella. Like, dude, I mean, when I went to Japan, everywhere, every convi had a clear umbrella because it rained like every 2 minutes because you didn't know when it was gonna rain.
Wow.
But it was amazing. I was like, oh, we got a clear umbrella, yeah. So then he talks about, well, so All Might comes to the I guess it's the dormitories to drop off some of
Right.
the meat buns, and then kind of talks to Midoriya saying, now it's your turn and your class's turn and everybody else here to take over for me because I'm now retired.
And that he's got on a
And-
new regiment.
Yeah, we got to get you stronger. Yeah,
Yep.
got to get you some stricter training. And then All Might leaves them, and then of course Mr. Journalist comes out and was like, oh, I see, and then he like shows them like talks about it. It says, I've kind of been watching you and see that your powers are very similar, and he took a picture, like, hey, look, it's you and All Might talking right now, and he's like, how'd you do that,
That's when we learn
but-
his cool picture powers.
Yeah, and then he kind of talks about his, his quirk and how he idolizes All Might because the same video that Deku always watches during the bombing at the industrial complex, he was there because his father was one of the people that All Might saved.
Right.
And it was so, it's like he said from then on, it's like, it's just like I've always idolized All Might, but now that he's retired, it's like, is there hope? Is there still hope for humanity? Is there still hope for us? But then, so then he talked about how he could take pictures everywhere. He, like his whole body, he can even print pictures from his chest.
Yeah,
yeah, that's
Like,
weird.
That's
it's
creepy.
so cra-
They
from his
come out
chest
like
even.
Polaroids.
I know. But he's talking about he did a lot of his research, and this is all adding up to me because like even when Deku was trying to save Bakugo back, like still back in middle school, same thing.
Yep.
He even met with Coda and the Pussycats, to talk and like heard about how he saved them, and so that's why he's like, all of this is adding up that you are gonna be the next symbol of peace and the next successor. So this got Deku all worried, and he's
Right.
like, "Don't worry, I'm not gonna expose you. I just need to know that there is still light. There's still light in the tunnel, and there's still hope in this world." Even though
Yeah.
All Might has retired.
Yeah, Deku didn't even answer. He couldn't lie. That's one
Yeah.
thing. That
Right.
They were saying like he couldn't say, "No, it's not me."
Right. That was the cool part. That's where he was like, "You can't lie, can you?" He's like, "That's how I know that
You're
there
a true
is
hero.
still hope. You
Yeah.
are gonna be the symbol of peace, and I
Right.
can't wait till that happens."
And
It's
did you
super
love
cool.
at the end with Uraraka was like, wait, what's happening out there?
Dude.
when he like went in to take a picture real quick, and she's like, what happened?
Right.
What was that?
He
Right.
still couldn't
She's
lie.
like-
He had to
she's like-
deflect.
No, remember he was about to tell her.
Yeah.
He literally
Yeah.
was in the middle of it, and she got distracted by the food. So
Yeah,
then
exactly.
it like ended right there.
Yep.
It's a good episode.
And then it ended with, him not exposing them and saying, oh, I jumped to the wrong conclusions, but I got you a picture of All Might eating a meat bun.
They're like, "Oh, I candid! Oh my candid! Ah!"
And then the episode kind of ends. We go back to the villains, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yep.
Twice brings Overhaul in.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So it's for setting the pace for the next
Correct.
episode.
Yeah, we
Right,
don't really
right.
see
So
too
Twice
much.
is bringing Overhaul, well, the guy with the Overhaul quirk, into the League of Villains.
Well, isn't that
Right.
his nickname
hideout.
too? Isn't his nickname Overhaul? Yeah.
So something's about to go down.
Yeah, I think this episode was a lot of I don't want to say previously on, but kind of they
It's
do
kinda
that
like
every
a recap.
yeah, every season opener. I think last time season 3 had the pool episode, right? The beginning of the season, and that kind of had a lot of reflecting on what had happened with the sports
Right.
festival and everything else, I think. At the beginning of the season they kind of go back and like kind of recap and bring it in. They even
They even talk about the movie, even because they talk about
Yeah.
Dave Shields.
They talk about
and-
Dave
yeah.
Shields. Yeah, they
Yeah.
they did.
showed some
United
screenshots.
States of Smash.
Smash,
Dude,
right?
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
we also, they also, they have that rundown of all the seats in the whole class. So
Oh,
I
man.
think it's just, recapping everyone and everything that's going on, just in case for some reason, if you just jumped on season 4, episode 1, kinda funny.
Okay, that's true. I mean, just in case, you never know. Or maybe some people just need I need a refresher.
I did-
Sure.
I did like that that the episode kind of showed like journalists in a good light, because I
That's
think
true.
a lot of times media gets painted in a bad way, and I think
Yeah.
we may have even talked
We
about
even
that
talked
before.
about it before, right? It's like especially when like Stain was fighting, and then it was media spinning the whole League of Villains and Stain together.
Yeah, there's a lot of
So,
sensational
yeah.
like talk going on, especially.
Right.
Do you remember right after when Bakugo got captured and they're really spinning it hard, and they made Eraserhead like dress up and go in front of a whole like
Oh, yeah.
remember all that
Yeah.
stuff?
I do, yeah.
So I like that we kind of step back and see someone who's actually doing real sleuthing, real digging and finding what's going on. Actually, finding the truth, because a lot of what heroes do is looking for the truth, and I think that
Right.
we're finally seeing someone do the right thing, I guess.
Yeah, I agree.
But I guess he had a personal stake in that too, in that his father was saved by All Might, so he kind of want to preserve the whole symbol of peace thing
Yeah.
rather than make a quick
Well, it's
buck.
true because everybody's uneasy now, so he just wanted to make sure that there was something in the works or what's
Yeah.
coming up.
Probably, yeah, exactly. I think that was kind of it for the episode, yeah?
Yeah,
True,
that was
yeah.
pretty much it. I mean,
It's
it
pretty
was
short
totally
and
like
sweet.
a quick
Uh,
like recap of each student.
Person, each student, like what
And-
their quirks were.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and
The 20
how they're
different
eliminated
students,
from being
right.
one of the options.
Yeah.
And then what we're going to do now is we're going to follow the same seat chart, and we're going to start talking about all the people again, right?
Yeah,
All different classmates, I
great.
guess.
right.
So seat 1 was who? Oyama, right?
Mhm.
Yuga Aoyama. Yep.
Yeah. So what's
Yep,
his
yep.
quirk?
So his quirk is called Naval Laser.
Mm-hmm,
It's weird. It's weird.
Yep.
He sprinkles with it. So it says Yuga's quirk allows him to shoot a powerful sparkling laser cannon from his navel. Sparkling is actually part of the definition.
Right, right, right.
Well,
Well,
an
you can't
adjective
stop
there.
twinkling.
It sparkles.
It's
Yeah.
so powerful that it can blast 2 meters of solid concrete.
Yeah, I think we've seen that kind of stuff
That's
before.
wild. I think so. When they were doing the whole developing their superpower or their special
Ultimate
power,
Oh,
moves?
I think.
yeah.
Ultimate move. That's what it was. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Let's see. If he fires a laser for more than 1 second at a time, he suffers intestinal distress.
Yeah, the
However,
tummy
due to
aches.
training at UA, the negative side effects of his quirk have been greatly reduced.
Dude, I wonder what
Uh,
that does to his stomach.
Oh,
Jeez.
interesting fact. Due to a birth defect, he has very little control over his quirk and requires to wear that special belt in order to
Yeah,
compensate.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, well,
I can't remember. Did they explain that? At one
they
point?
kind of
Yeah,
talk.
they did.
They kind of do. They kind
Oh.
of do. And a
I
little
think
later.
they said
Oh.
that pretty early on.
Oh,
Oh, I must have forgotten.
Maybe. I always figured it's like Cyclops, right? From the X-Men, where he has to wear the visor to control the eye blast.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah,
except
yeah.
it's from his belly instead of his eyes.
Correct. Which makes it a little weirder.
Yeah.
Okay, so his power rating is D.
Yeah.
Which
Which makes
like that.
sense. Yeah.
Yep. Speed is ranked C,
Yeah.
Mhm.
which that makes sense too because he can blast himself
Mhm.
everywhere. Technique is ranked B, which I thought
Oh,
was
cool.
interesting.
Oh.
His intelligence is rate C.
Yeah.
His sparkliness is rank S.
That's the best.
That's
He
Sparkly.
is very
amazing.
sparkly.
He is very sparkly.
He always twinkles. Come on.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean-
isn't that his go-to saying?
Can't
It's
stop
time
twinkling.
to twinkle. Can't
yeah,
stop twinkling.
can't stop.
Yeah.
Yep, can't stop twinkling.
Oh man.
Aw.
So
it's
yeah,
too
he's seat number 1, but he's actually when they go down the line, he's 18th, ranked 18th in the grades.
Yeah.
So I guess that's
Aw.
the intelligence of C. But anyway.
Right. That's C grade for you.
Oh, and did you see this? That sometimes his sentences often end with a star symbol, indicating it's a fancy tone because he's from
Ooh.
France. He's from
Oh,
France.
that's
remember?
hilarious.
It's
Oh,
so
that's
good.
right. I forgot that he's French.
Yep.
And that's the tough part because the dubbed doesn't give him a French accent.
No.
Oh, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
No.
Oh,
No.
come on.
Yeah, they totally need to give
Come
him a
on,
French
guys.
accent.
His surname contains the kanji for blue and mountain, but his
Huh.
first name has excellent and superior in
because
there.
it's blue. Because he's almost gonna blow chunks from his stomach after.
Yeah,
he
maybe.
eats too much.
It says
Huh.
here that he uses a rose-scented fragrance.
I can see that.
Which makes sense. Yep.
Okay, and his favorite thing, do you want to guess what it is? Himself.
Of course.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
come
right.
on.
He's always staring in a mirror.
I
That
mean,
Yeah.
of
total
course.
sense.
His whole room has mirrors. Remember?
Oh,
And we
that's
thought it was
right.
like some crazy, like
super creepy.
psycho, creepy room.
Yeah, Hall of Mirrors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, that is so creepy.
Okay, well,
Oh,
before we
man.
go, I wanted to go over, we got an email a little while back, and I think I was holding this for when everyone was here. So it's from Cadence, and basically we've done this before where we've talked about giving ourselves powers, but this
Right.
went a little more into detail, and there's some different questions. So what I did is I filled it out today. I'll give my answers today, and then maybe if you guys want to do that, or even
Nice.
if you guys listening want to write in and tell us what you think, what your answers
That'd be
would
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah. I like to know.
Okay, so first thing, pick one. You're either a hero, a villain, or a student, or a teacher. I picked a hero.
Ooh, okay.
All right. So summary of your quirk. I picked a new quirk.
Like you created a quirk?
No. But last time I'd said like telekinesis or something, right?
Right.
Uh huh.
So this time, tell me what you think about this. Stockpile is what I'm calling it. Okay.
Okay.
It's the ability to grab and store other people's powers for immediate or later use. But I can
Isn't that
only
like
like
all for
hold.
one?
Yeah. that's-
No. Is it?
So
Okay.
yeah, kind of.
No, but hold on. But I can only do 2 at a time.
It's like
What's his name?
Inventory in a
So,
video
it's-
game.
it's like there's that the most recent My Hero Academia movie. That guy had the same kind of power. He had limitation on how many powers he could hold.
Right. Well, yeah.
Mm.
It was a modified version of All for One.
Yeah, but I think he was just grabbing them. I'm saying that I can take it and I can use it and then swap it out. But once I let go of the power, I can't grab it back. So the next question would be weakness. would be I'd have to
Cauliflower?
give up a power, and then what if I
Oh.
need that power later? I guess, right?
I mean,
That's
what's
true.
funny is it kind of reminds me of that old show Heroes,
Okay.
where he had that absorbing power, and then
Oh, was
when his
that
power
Peter
got
Petrelli?
yeah, yeah, Peter. Yep,
Yeah.
Peter's power. And then in the later seasons, as the show started falling apart, he only had the ability to take one at a time.
Oh, was that true? I can't remember. That was a long
Yeah.
time. I don't even know how I pulled his name. That's weird.
Because it was one of the best shows ever known.
I mean, in the beginning.
Yeah. Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
Save the cheerleader.
Save the cheerleader, right.
Yeah.
So that was weakness. I guess strength with planning. I could grab the right powers and combine them from ultimate moves. Does your quirk change your appearance? I think that maybe
Depends on
if
the
I
power
was
you
using
grab,
it,
right?
huh?
Depends on the power you grab.
Right. So maybe I was thinking if I'm using someone's power, I might take on an aspect of that person that I grabbed it from. Does that make
Oh.
sense?
The only thing
What
I
do you
don't like
think?
about that is that it can kind of give it away if someone knew, like, oh, he's about to use his firepower because he now looks like this other person. But
Oh.
if you had the ability to
Oh,
not
true.
show that, and then
Yeah.
because then it's unpredictable what you're gonna hit them with.
Okay.
That sounds.
And then the other thing would be
Better.
what kind of costume would you want? And so, because most of this was informed by all the Final Fantasy I was playing at the time, I said just something like Cloud.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice,
yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Because
so you're
I
playing
don't
the
know if you
remake
guys
too?
played
Is
it.
that what's happening? You're playing the
Huh?
remake? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I played through that. It's amazing. But I think that's where I got like you have to when you're grabbing materia and putting
Right.
it, you have to slot in. And you have to constantly like change out things
Right.
depending on the fight.
All right.
So
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah, I
where.
can see that. I
Okay.
can see.
That's pretty good. That's good.
Okay. Well, anyway, maybe you guys can do better, but that's where I'm.
Probably
That's
not,
what I came
but
up
yeah.
with.
Yeah. I don't
Nice,
know.
nice.
That was actually thoroughly.
good one.
That was
That was a very
pretty
good one.
thorough. I'm gonna have to really think on that.
I
Or
know,
you
me
could just
too.
go with your luck power and expand on that.
Dude, luck power is awesome. I could totally expand on that. But I
Yeah.
won't do it now. I'll have to think more.
Yeah.
about it,
No.
'cause I
We could do
don't
it- we
even
could do
I'll
it
hold
next
that
time.
for another
'Cause my-
time. All right. Well,
All right.
I guess until then, our watch has ended. I've been Tim.
I've been Evan.
And I've been Joelle.
All right. Thanks for listening, guys. Take care.
Have a good one.
All
Bye.
right, bye.
Of course, you are a character. Doesn't mean that you have character.